everybody, MovieFanZ here. So the movie I'm going to be reviewing for you is from 1988, and it is the comedy The Great Outdoors. So this movie, directed by Howard Deutsch, centers on Chet Ripley and his family who go on a camping trip, but unbeknownst to them, they are joined by his obnoxious brother-in-law, Roman Craig. And chaos ensues, and basically, will these two be able to get along for the sake of the trip and their families? So like I said, Howard Deutsch directed this. Two other movies that are well known that he directed: The Replacements from the year 2000 and Pretty in Pink from the year 1986. So you have John Candy, who plays Chet Ripley, who also with his wife, Connie, played by Stephanie Faracy, and his kids, Buck, played by Chris Young, and Ben, played by Ian Giotti. And then on the other side, you have Dan Akroyd, who plays Roman Craig, and his wife, Kate, who's played by Annette Bening, and his twin daughters, Kara and Mara, played by twins Hillary and Rebecca Gordon. So up until a couple weeks ago, I had actually never heard of this movie. I was just browsing on cable just to see what was on there, and I happened to come across this. And there had been some John Candy movies I had never seen. Like, there's a couple on my to-be watch list that I thought I will get to eventually. But I thought, okay, when you have this duo of John Candy and Dan Akroyd, and it's a comedy, it's like, okay, it should be good. And other people had told me that this was one of their favorite John Candy movies. So I was looking forward to seeing it. To me, it was a disappointment. The positive things with this movie are John Candy, and because I felt like he was the best performer in this entire movie. I felt like he was the one that I was attached to. Along with that, there's some interesting scenes, definitely involving him, that I think are some of the best in there. I'm not going to say much else, except for there's a jet ski scene, and there's a bear scene. So that's the positives for me. As far as the negatives go, I felt like the other performances just didn't live up to his, and that's including Dan Akroyd. Felt like everybody else was just okay. Also, I was wanting more laughs in this movie, and I didn't really get those. Except for those couple of scenes. Like I said, especially the one scene. That's where I got most of my laughs from. And finally, this to me is a forgettable movie. It does nothing to stand out that I will remember it probably in the next couple days. The only time I'll remember it is when doing an end of the month rankings and possibly end of the year rankings. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a disappointed 2 out of 5. But if you enjoy my reviews, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. As well as if there are any movies you would love for me to review, don't forget to put those down in the comments section below. But this was my review for 1988's The Great Outdoors. Come back next time for another review. This is MovieFanZ signing off. Have a good night.